What is going on, guys? It is time to talk about the reverse world while we're getting our ass beat by a baker, someone that really likes sheep. Honestly, I really can't say anything bad about it. It's just a really cool short night. I mean, there's jokes, but I think she looks pretty cool, if I'm being honest. Alright, so this is a really cool event, and it's going to take you a lot of stamina to get by it, but I wanted to break it down the best way that I can. I've been looking for as much information as possible, and more importantly, I've been doing it, and I want to give you guys the best. Now, I just want to show you guys one really important thing, is that the reward system here. So as you can see, this is the first fight, right? Every time you clear this, or boss clear, you're going to get 60. Every time you fight, you're gonna get 60, and then every time you clear, you're gonna get 60, and then the first clear is 250, right? Then we're gonna go over to and we're gonna go look at Brook, and you're gonna see that every time you clear this, you're gonna get 90, and then boss clear, you're gonna get 250, right? And then here, last but not least, 150, and then you're gonna get 1,000. Hope that makes, and then 4,000, sorry, on the first clear. So you're doing that. Also, you can come into here and get these rewards. The top part is completely irrelevant. The only thing that you really need to do is get the stuff at the bottom. So the quickest way to get 1800, 1800, 1800, 1800, boom, this is gonna unlock. Then you're gonna have to do it again if you want the holy water of the universe, 1800, 1800, 1800, 1800. And then you're gonna keep doing this over and over again. Now, to be fair, we're gonna do some math. Before I show you guys how it works, right, I wanna do some quick math. And I think that the math is very important, and it actually has nothing to do with this. I mean, we could do the quick math for how much that takes. 1800 times 4 equals calculator, which is already out. So 72 hundo is what you're going to need in order to get each one. So 7200 times, what is that? 5, if you want 5 rewards, right? It's going to be 36,000 of these things. That is a lot of grinding. Now, this is a 2-week event, so that kind of makes sense, right? Now, the thing that I have to come in here and think about is, as I just showed you guys, if we're using this as an example, every time you go in here, you're gonna get 150. It actually doesn't matter how well you do. I guess you guys can probably see where I'm going with this. It doesn't matter how well you do, because the thing is that I was noticing these, right? These little strikes, is that you can only do this one 3 times. Obviously, the per stamina, right? It costs you 100 stamina to go in there. So it's not cheap at all. But I'm just curious, is it better to go into this fight, lose, get 150, and keep doing that? Yes, eventually you're gonna clear the boss, right? You're gonna get the boss clear for 1,000, and the first clear for 1,000. So this one you can only do once. So once you go in there and do it, you're just gonna get that 5,000 and you're gone. Again, 5,000 is not enough to even get one clear. You need 7,200, like I said. So is it better, because after you beat all this, right, after you get those rewards, you're gonna get those anyway. I hope you guys understand. I hope you know what I'm saying. You have to literally come back here to where, unless you can do this part, this is why we're showing this, I'm gonna show this. When you get here, is that literally, if you're not getting 120 per, if you're not able to get 120 per, and this is for my people that are not as high rank, and this, if you guys know my account is not wired and geared to the teeth. It might be better. This is, well, it's 40, you know, so technically at least 2 runs of this is gonna equal this, right? Give or take, if you do that, right? I'm gonna try to mathematically it, and it could be off. I'm just trying to give you guys a guide, if you don't mind, because you will eventually beat them. So let me go with that first before we do some more math. Now you can see here my team, it looks weird, right? I got 3 fire characters, and it says, wait, you have 3 fire, ice, and then you have Rudley in here, but the enemy guardian stone is not that. The reason being is that when you go into the fight, as you can see, these characters have 3 health bars. Each health bar is actually blocked by a certain guardian stone. So when I go into the fight for the first time, she's going to be weak or dark, and the fight will continue to when I take that first health bar away, and then the next health bar is going to be machine. And then I'm going to do it, and if I take the next health bar away, it's going to be fire. So at the point where I'm at the third phase of the fight, like as I keep going back and forth, I'll know where the health bar is, and then I should go, okay, then if I want to clear it, because you definitely don't want, if you're going for the clears, you don't want to spend 2 attempts on a clear. That's bad. That's, you know, that's bad. You know, you definitely don't want that. Again, only way is if you're stalling out the White Lord and you're just kind of stalling out. Very heavy on the stamina, yes. I have to do that math. I'm gonna try to do that math for you. Let's just go back to this one, because it doesn't matter how many times I clear it, and you're gonna be stuck clearing this one, like I said, over and over again. So let me switch my team. I'm just gonna go suggested. So as you can see here, it's a decent balanced team. It just doesn't have fire in it. So she has 5 stones, and that's when you can eke out a lot of damage. And she is strong, and they are strong, so don't get it twisted that it's that much easier. That's why special difficulty is probably going to be really rough for some people, but at least you're getting a good amount of rewards for it. And you could press repetitive battle, but I highly suggest against it, and it's because of what I just said. Unless your team has all 3 of those elements and can trigger them good, I would think like maybe counter characters or something of that nature. So let's get into it. Sorry, there's a lot to go with this. Is like, because I want you guys, especially with low stamina, or remember, you still have to do your daily explorations. You still have to do the golems that pop up. You know, you have to know what's better. Right now, I think the golems are dead for you. You're not gonna be doing golems, right? That's just right now. This event is way too good. All right, so here we go. Here we are. So as you can see, it takes 5 to break her. And if we, oh god, I didn't want to click her. I'm so bad. Click this, and you can see that she's immune to reflect damage, which makes it so much easier for you guys, isn't it? You don't have to do what we've been through. When the round starts, she gets a barrier based on max HP pretty much, and it's going to keep stacking. You're going to see her stuff keep stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking. She has a single target hit that shocks, 3 turn stun pretty much, and then she has a thing that hits all the back row. Guess what? Everyone's in the back row. How do I know that? Is because if you check over here, you can see that all my characters are protected by my FC Anastasia. You can see that they all have the great one. Everyone is in the back row, so keep that in mind, that there is no front row, back row. Even though there's a suggestion for it, there is no front row, back row. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna skip to the point where, well, I'm gonna skip to the point where she's pretty much about to be broken. You guys can see that. As you can see, when she gets her turns, we have 4 icons here. What is it? 4 icons. And as you can see now, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So obviously you'd be like, well, why don't you just bring in like 3 dark characters and make it quicker? That's the issue, is that when you do this part of it, you're eventually gonna want a good even balance. If you're gonna clear all the things, you're gonna want to that you're gonna spend the 40 stamina, I think it is, right? 40 stamina. And boom, now she's broken. She's gonna lose all those buffs, so now she's super vulnerable, and then now you want to eke out all the damage that you can. You want to just all your big skills, you just want to drop them. See, I don't even have my big one loaded up yet, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna crit. As we just went through all that good stuff, we know that he's actually really prone to crit, and we're gonna just take the damage here and cash out. So we did a decent amount of damage, not like the biggest holiest one, but that's how you're gonna do it. This is gonna happen over and over and over again. Now yes, you, like I said, you can put this on repeat if you really want to, but your dark team is not going to be good when machine comes up. So let's get to that point.
Why didn't I do more research? I'm so stupid. How did my parents birth somebody this stupid?
Why did I pause it? Why did I pause it? Why did I pause it? Oh, why did I pause it? I knew. I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait until I get to the machine part of it, and then I started explaining so much stuff and I paused it. So okay, so I'm just gonna go back, whatever. I'm gonna lose my stamina for this because I want to showcase it to you properly. All right, so we got through the first one, and now I'm gonna have to switch up my team. Oh man, I was like, oh, I'll pause it, but I'll remember, but I didn't. All right, so as you can see here, now we're in the second health bar. She's gonna have machine weakness. Do apologize if it doesn't connect correctly. I made a mistake, and now it's gonna take me a while to cycle it again, and it's a lot of stamina, but I'll take that hit. I'll take that hit. So now you're gonna see that she's weak to machine. I don't remember exactly when I broke it, when I stopped it, so at least I'm gonna show this just in case. And we're going to be in the second health bar now. And very important here to see is that you don't really need, I think like this is really important, that you don't really need the element. Like you can still do a lot of damage even if you're not going with that. So bringing your best characters might still be a great option for you. Boom, now she's broken. And you can see all her buffs went away. Now this is just going to be us doing as much damage as possible. You're going to do a big DPS, as much DPS as you can. And as you can see, hopefully we go, okay, so look, this is, I know you guys missed this, is that now this is her fire stage, right? But we're going to just do as much damage as we can in this stage. So as you see, I didn't really need to go in here with machine, but I wanted to show you guys that. You don't really need to do that. I could have made the executive decision to say, hey, I only need to do 2 runs per. See, now I'm gonna be screwed. I'm gonna have to do 3, and that's not gonna be good. So I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. Understand what you're gonna be able to get away with. The machine break is really good because it lasts the longest. It lasts 12 turns, so we're gonna get a lot of damage. Maybe I can say now, maybe you guys don't need to even go to the fire stage. Get them as low as possible in the machine stage in the first fight, and then pretty much do the machine phase real quick, and then just bring all your DPS units once you get that machine break. Alright, now she's finally recovered, and now she has fire. Now, like I said, it kind of sucks because I didn't bring fire. I didn't bring fire. So now I literally cannot break her. So every turn, I just should do as much DPS as I possibly can, because I have to get through that shield. Up the backstep, you know, the backstep. And it's a good example of just showing, look how much damage she did to my Rudley. You know, so you need healing, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Anastasia's a terrible healer for this. I need to stop bringing her, because she doesn't get stamina based on the situations that you're in, and they're not gonna focus her. She's gonna get like a little bit, and that's only if they block the attacks. That's how blue works. They only get mana for free if they block attacks, and also first aid, but not gonna be happening that often, or as often as you might think. There we go. So hope you guys understand that this aspect of it as well, is that pretty much don't use any skills. Like, I'm actually wasting my time using whatchamacallit, Jin's S3 unless I have other people's damage in line. There we go, nice first aid. Unless I'm going to be using a lot of big skills to get through that shield, there's almost no point of me even bothering using nukes, because we're only going to be able to chip through the actual thing on 1 turn. This is only if, you know, I'm not going to be able to go for actual break. Again, it's all your strategy is to be able to beat this stage. Eventually, is to be able to beat this stage every time you go into it. And we died. And again, gonna get 60 because we fought in it. We didn't win, but we fought in it. So as you see, those are the stages, right? We saw it starts off dark, and now we're on the 3rd bar, and then we're gonna finish it. Took me 3 tries, which is, in my opinion, bad. You don't want that. You want to be able to clear it every time. Same thing is going to happen here. Now she's just a little bit stronger, but her mechanics are generally the same. You're pretty much gonna go dark, machine, fire, and this one I feel like you should just do because you can only do it 3 times. It's whatever. So I'm just gonna do the math on how long it would take you to do 1 clear of the shop while doing each difficulty. I'm gonna exclude extreme, right? Yes, you have to do it once, but you have to clear the shop multiple times, right? So let's just do that. So if you would like to do purely the red baker, this is how you're gonna have to keep clearing this one, right? That's going to be 60. Sorry, I ruined it. Which is you're gonna get 120 each time. You need 7,200 in order to actually get a clear. You know, with it able to go here and get all these items at the bottom is gonna take you 60 runs. 60 runs. So let's do the math on how much stamina that's gonna be. So 60 times, ironically, 40. That is gonna take you 2,400 stamina. Definitely, as you can see, we don't got that. we only have 200 stamina, so even that portion of it is going to take pretty much all your stamina dove into that. So if you do exploration, you'd have to do the bare minimum exploration, and then come back here and do repetitive battle again. And that's only if you are winning fully each run. Again, you're gonna need a good strategy for that. If we were to BS this one, where we're getting 150 per run, and this is if we're purposely going in there with a crappy team and losing. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now that's gonna take 48 runs, but if I take that 48 and times it by 100, that's how much stamina it's gonna cost you each run. It's 48. So it's double. 4,800 stamina is gonna take you if you were to do this. It takes less runs, so as far as I guess time saving, maybe. But I think the highest, if you're max ranked right now, you can only hold 2 something. I think it's like 230 something. So you can only do that twice, and then you have to walk away. Do it twice and then walk away. Do it twice and walk away. And for shits and giggles, let's do the math on this one since we're already here. This one you're getting 90 each run. And again, like I said, not clearing it. So that one's gonna be 80 runs, and it's gonna cost you 480. Okay, so the extreme is bad because it takes more runs to do, but it's gonna cost you the same amount of stamina if you were just cheesing out special. This is gonna take you half the stamina, but you have to beat it every single run. Of course, the boss clear, like I hope you guys understand, like I know the boss clear is gonna give you some free, progression towards it and stuff like that. Even though these first clear rewards and those bonus are gonna help you out, you eventually will only be able to do the Red Baker. So you have to come up with a team that's going to pass all of the things, and it's mostly, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, it's about surviving. If you're able to survive her, like she attacks every once in a while, and then you have someone to break. So you need at least one of each element, and you need, I think, healing, like some type of healing. She doesn't get stronger during the fight. She just takes, like, actually, I just lied. She definitely gets stronger. Yeah, see her, every round she starts to get stronger, and then it stops when she gets broken. So you have to find a way to break her, and that's why I said maybe counter or something of that nature. Tell me what your best team is, because my account is completely different from yours. I don't like when people like, this is the best one, and it's like, oh, I don't have that unit. Because honestly, right now, it would be, if you have FCZ on, he's going to be countering, when she does her AoE, she's going to get countered, right? If you have, especially right now, if you have all 3 of the mighty trio of the Dragon Bloods, that's, well, Anastasia's not doing anything, but she's going to help stack up the Dragon Bloods and stuff like that. And every time she does the AoE, and then you'll have some healing. I do think Anastasia is bad, though, overall. You need someone that's going to have healing based on what's going on in the fight. So I think a healer like this, reason why grass is such a great nature, is such a great heal, is because of the way that the nature goes. Once someone's low on HP, she'll start gaining mana, and then she'll be able to actually heal them. Meanwhile, Anastasia needs blocks to happen. Whether, I guess, if you have very defensive units, maybe you can say, oh, well, I get mana from her all the time. Well, I don't, because I have a bunch of squishy people, and they don't block. They just get hit and die, so can't do that. Alright, so I'm going to go in here again and waste some more stamina. I'm going to finish this and clear this out real quick, right? And then we're going to see if I can get a full run without losing. I think this is the kind of team that can do it, though. Alright, this is going to be the end of this fight. Alright, and as you can see, I got 120. And I was going to test it out, but I just saw how bad that run just went. I did skip it for you guys, but yeah, it didn't go that well because my taunter, my main man here, is not tanky enough. And I also need to get him, I have to give him to 5 stars so he actually gains mana when people crit, which is good because I have a person on my team that crits high, and then he'll be able to do his S3 buff more often, especially if he starts taunting. So gotta work on my team a little bit, but hopefully you guys understand how important it is to get a team that can do the Red Baker. Even if you want to do the other strat that I was trying to say, mathematically it's not going to be good for you in the long run. You're going to end up spending way more stamina to do something that if you would just literally to sit there and just do the Red Baker all over and over and over again. So yes, do your first clears on this, you're eventually going to get through it. Like I said, the best way is that you do 3. If you're not strong enough, get someone, just make a dark oriented team, kill it. Make a machine oriented team, kill it, then make a red oriented team. Do not do repetitive battle just trying to get first clears. Don't do it. It's not smart. I'd rather spend 300 stamina here and be done with it than to spend, 400, 500 and for the same thing. It's not good. And the reason why you're even doing this, like Gail, even if you just want this, I mean the faded core stuff here, the faded equipment here is really good. As you guys know, you get an extra guardian stone when you have faded equipment, but Gail is really important. Well, he's really important for time saving, I should say. You swipe over here, you'll see my boy Gailington, and now you see that his counter is changed. Lucky guy. All attacks become crits when attacking Gail or Grave Robber Garroti encountered during exploration. Now, everyone knows the Grave Robber, right? The Grave Robber is like a very annoying fight, you know, but if all things are crit, that means everyone's doing 2 damage at a time, which is dramatically better. But more importantly than that, when you're fighting Gail, you guys probably don't actually pay attention to your explorations. I kind of do, it's funny enough, is that sometimes you actually do fight Gail. And Gail, when you beat him, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, you get, I was like, where can I find it? The solar beam, solar seal, sorry. This is where you get him. As he even says it proves my point. It says major acquisition points of Gail. So if you were to leave on your exploration, you're going to get a ton of this currency over and over again, as long as you're fighting Gail and you're beating him. So it's nice that it works for both. Anywho, hope that helps you guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the support. We're so close to 3,000. If you like the channel, please feel free to subscribe. And just remember that every day at the casino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.